Oh, wow.
Huh?
You know, I have always wanted to learn ballroom dancing.
Well, that makes one of us.
I have to say you're being a good sport setting up this lesson.
No, you want our bet, Miss Chief Resident, so whatever your little heart desires for the next week. Even if it's dance lessons with a guy who has 2 left feet.
So, what do you think they'll start us on? The waltz or the foxtrot?
Tango.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know?
Because that's all they teach.
Oh. Okay.
Why don't you try on your dress? Here.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, be right back.
All right. How's it?
Dr. Scanlon.
Oh, hey, you must be Ricardo.
Yes.
And Angelina.
Hello?
Hi.
Where's your dance partner?
She's trying on her dress. Now, you know exactly what I need you to do, right?
Yes, but you sure your girlfriend's gonna like it?
Trust me. This is one tango lesson Karen will never forget.
Are you ready to begin, Julie?
Would you mind if I had a word alone with my patient and her husband before you got started?
Not at all.
Thank you. I know you're upset because Christina is not in Port Charles with Lucy, but you have worked hard, and you can pass this review. I don't think I can. If you do this, I will reunite you with your daughter. I promise you that. So you put these worries about Christina aside and you focus on this competency review.
I can't stop thinking about her.
Yeah, we'll use that. If you get this right, you'll be one step closer to being with that little girl. And if you don't, well, I'll be out there spending all your money, huh?
Now there's incentive.
Julie?
Okay, look. We're gonna be right outside in the hall. And you remember, we're both on your side. You can do this.
Shall we? Ooh, you didn't tell me how beautiful your dance partner is.
Oh, Karen. These are our instructors, Ricardo
Hi.
and Angelina.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Shall we begin?
Yeah, let's go.
No, Cara. You must learn with me. 2 beginners learning the tango is like 2 teenagers fumbling at a drive-in.
Oh.
Follow my lead, and I'll take you to such heights that you've never been to before.
Julie's probably flipping out in there. If we could have kept the news from her that Christina isn't here in Port Charles with Lucy for one more day,
Well, that would have been preferable, but I'm sure Julie's doing just fine.
It's bad enough that she thinks I was lying about Christina being with Lucy. Then you turn around and do a complete 180. Suddenly, after months of this big secret, you decide to just go blab it out that you know she has a daughter? What was that all about?
Chris, it would have been preferable, yes, for Julie to tell me about Christina on her own. But I had to get her focused in there. And right now, the only thing that's tangible to her is being reunited with Christina. Now, how could I have used that if I didn't know Christina was hers?
I still think we should have tried to get the review postponed.
Look, she's got to be able to demonstrate competency every day, not just on her good days. Dr. Davis would not have come back. We had no choice but to go forward.
Well, I guess it's all up to Julie now.
You've been working very hard with Dr. Locke, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
And hard work guarantees positive results?
No, but it certainly helps.
As a child, you worked overtime to impress your father, didn't you?
I think every child does that.
Did it pay off for you?
No, I never got my father's approval.
How did that affect you?
It hurt. And it made me angry. Very angry. And until I started working with Dr. Locke, I didn't know how to handle all that anger.
Mm-hmm. What exactly did your father do that hurt you so much?
My father was a perfectionist. He found something wrong with everything I did.
So, your father was the cause of your problems?
No. As an adult, I take responsibility for my actions. But my father had a tremendous impact on how I view the world.
Don't lots of people have unhappy childhoods? You took your pain out on others.
I can't go back and change the past. Believe me, I would if I could. Mm-hmm. But all I can do now is look to the future, and Dr. Locke has helped me do that. I'm a better, healthier person, Dr. Davis. I would never do the things I did before. I would never treat my daughter the way my father treated me.
Do you have a daughter, Julie?
Of course not. But I hope to have a family one day.
But you just spoke as if your daughter existed. And for months, you claimed to be pregnant.
I was confused then.
And now?
And now I am very clear on the matter. I don't have a daughter.
I hope you're being honest with me.
I have nothing to hide, Dr. Davis.
You know, when I came up with the idea of Joe and me learning how to dance, I had something a little more simpler than tango in mind.
Well, why don't you just sign up for our ballroom dance lessons then?
Joe signed us up, but I thought you only taught the tango.
Oh, Cara, I can teach anything, known to man or woman.
Really? Ricardo, can you show me the moves Angelina's doing?
Excuse me, guys. Hey, you guys want to switch?
Oh, no, Ricardo and I are just getting warmed up.
Uh-huh.
Aren't we, Ricky?
Absolutely.
That's great. Just warming up.
Hey, it's coffee.
Thanks. Figured she'd be done by now.
Well, if they're done right, these things take time. This could be a good sign.
But if Dr. Davis decides she's not fit to stand trial...
Then I'll keep working with her until she is. But Chris, please don't give up on her. Not yet.
What, I'm getting her out of here? I haven't.
Okay, I see those wheels spinning. What exactly are you thinking?
She broke out of here once before. How hard could it be to do it again?
Especially with help from the outside.
I'm a giver. What can I say?
You can tell me you're not going to do something
Hey, I haven't
stupid.
decided what I'm going to do yet.
Look, I know that you want to help Julie.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's my specialty. Quick fixes. Making everything all better.
Well, sometimes there are things you just can't fix.
Yeah, I know. I've had a few of those in my lifetime.
I think you just need to sit down and let Julie take care of herself. You have to trust her.
It's not exactly how I've played it in the past.
Oh, and how have you?
Well, if I can't handle it myself, I take off. You know? Put on the old emotional autopilot, sail off into the sunset, listening to Blues Traveler. It's not the bravest thing to do, but at least it gives me fond memories of dear old Dad.
Then why don't you do that? Now you've got the prenup money. Why don't you just take off?
I would. But, it's a little problem. You see, I care too much for Julie now.
It looks like Julie has herself one heck of a guy.
Tell me about Mr. Cooper. You had trouble discussing him the last time I was here.
Greg kidnapped me and held me prisoner. He decided what I ate and drank, when I slept, if I slept. My only real value to him was his ability to control me. And after he was done playing, he'd just leave me alone in the dark. I was so afraid I was going to die.
But you didn't.
Go ahead, Julie. Scream your lungs out. Ah! Have a party!
No. I was determined to live. So I became the woman he wanted me to be. Gave him answers that would please him. Acted the way he wanted.
Not a bad strategy to survive.
No. But unfortunately, I started to think like him.
Seems like that would have made him happy.
Not at all. He didn't want me to be him. He wanted me to be his mother. On the inside and out.
I'm marking the incisions. Easy. Everything has to be done so delicately. I'm creating a masterpiece here. Oh, you're trembling. No, don't be afraid. Don't.
Julie, if this is too painful...
No, I'm fine. It's just not easy to relive what happened.
I understand. But Greg Cooper is locked up in prison. He's not with us here today.
I know that. But the memories are still hard.
Tell me about them.
Greg scared me so much sometimes that I wished I were dead. He kept me in complete fear. And that's how he broke me and got me to hurt other people. Julie, we've never done anything to hurt you.
No, and I really, Julie, I wanted to be your friend.
My friend? You can't even call me by my proper name.
Julie, where are you right now?
In my mind. I'm back there doing the things that Greg brainwashed me to do. But I'm not delusional anymore, Dr. Davis.
Are you sure?
Do you understand what I went through when I was kidnapped? It broke me. And as a result, I hurt other people. But I've changed. I know the difference between right and wrong, and I'm no longer a threat to myself or the other people around me. Can I have a moment before we go on?
Of course.
Ricardo, do you think you could give me some private dance lessons sometime soon?
Ooh, call anytime, Cara.
Hey, great, guys. Thank you very much. Really.
Yeah, thank you. Wasn't that something? The energy, the rhythm of the dance?
Ah, well, you didn't seem to be enjoying yourself all that much in the beginning.
Well, I just needed some time to warm up. Ricardo helped me.
Well, I'm just glad we're done with this part of the bet. It's great.
Done? I meant it. I want to take more lessons.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you do. With or without me, right?
Oh, you chose Ricardo's studio.
Yeah, but Karen, I thought it would be,
What?
you know, kind of...
What?
Nothing. Forget it, okay?
Funny to have Ricardo come on to me while Angelina was all over you. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. You figured that out?
Yeah,
Good.
well, Ricardo tipped me off.
Huh.
You were hoping Mr. Suave would turn me off to ballroom dancing.
You thought it was suave, too, huh?
Well, what did you think? But I have to say, it was fun giving you a taste of your own medicine. You deserved it for not honoring your end of the bet.
Well, I honored it. I stuck up to the word of the bet.
Oh, you did, but not the spirit. And if I were you, I'd start thinking of a plan to redeem myself.
Well, hey, I got a few dance moves of my own to teach you on the back of the house.
Ooh, sounds like a good start to me.
I'm ready to go on.
Actually, I think I have enough information to make my decision.
No, don't go yet. I know I seemed terrified when I told you about Gray Cooper. But Dr. Locke has taught me that I don't have to act upon my feelings. I don't need to escape into fantasy to protect myself from old wounds or scars. There was a time when I hurt people, and I want to make things right by them. But I didn't kill anyone. And if you don't let me go to trial, I'll never have the opportunity to prove that. Please. I'm not crazy. You have to believe me.
It's clear you've worked very hard on the problems you were having the last time we spoke. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really do have to write up my report. You can come in now.
I hope everything went all right.
You'll have my report tomorrow.
So, tell me, sluggard, you knocked the ball out of the park?
I almost told him about Christina.
I'm sure you recovered just fine, Julie.
I tried. But what if he doesn't believe me? And what if I'm never reunited with Christina? I can't handle that.
Hey, listen to me. Okay, I'm not gonna let that happen. You, me, Christina, we're gonna be a family. Okay? Somehow we'll be a family.
Has Dr. Davis decided on my competency?
His report is on the way to the judge this morning.
Oh, ta-da! The results are in. Julie Ramsey is still crazy as a coot. No trial, folks. No chance for acquittal. No freedom for the little lady.
Come on, Julie. That was before. I'm sure Dr. Davis saw a different you this time.
I fell apart on the hot seat, remember? My mind was fixated, right word, Doctor? On Christina, out there somewhere, separated from Lucy, and God knows what kind of terrible situation. Whatever Dr. Davis wanted to hear, it wasn't what I said, and now I am never gonna get to see my daughter again.
Oh, surprise! Oh my goodness, Serena! Oh, and Charlene! Oh my goodness, my little buckethead! What are you doing? What on earth is going on?
Invite us in, and we'll tell you all about it.
I'm sorry. Please, come. Of course, get in here. Oh, here, sweet pea, put your backpack down on the couch, okay? Oh, my little buckethead, Aunt Charlene. What is going on? I sure hope you weren't followed.
No, we weren't, and I kept my eyes out for him, too.
Oh,
I think Scott's right. I think the coast is clear.
wait a minute. What do you mean, Scott? You talked to Scott?
Well, yeah, he came by to see us just the other day.
On his way to France.
On his way to...
Yeah, he said he had that David Borgosi old fellow.
Aunt Charlene, Bordiso, it's Bordiso.
Well, okay, well, he had him put away for good, he thought. And so well, honey, these kids really did miss you an awful lot, and they belong with you. So I just bundled them all up for a big family reunion.
Oh, boy, I'm so happy. I am so happy you did, but... Aunt Charlene, I just kind of wished maybe you'd called first.
Well, I did, but I couldn't find anybody at the firehouse. If it hadn't been for Serena and a good guess, we wouldn't have found you here.
Yeah, why are you here instead of at the firehouse waiting for Daddy to come home?
Hi. I saw your car out front. I took a chance you might be home.
Yeah, well, good timing. So, any news?
About the letters that Victor sent to Kevin? No, I was hoping that you might have some news. Did you find them? Searched the whole convent?
Well, what do you think I was doing in France? Eating cheese? Of course I did. I came up with nothing but old habits. I mean, we've got nothing to use against Bordiso.
Well, you're not saying that we should stop looking for the letters altogether,
No,
are you?
I'm not. Not as long as there's a computer program out there that can block this psychic, these images.
Yeah, I guess if we found this thing, it would really do some harm to the Cobra project, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. We're not going to stop until we do. Because as long as he's out there unchecked, you know, I can't bring Christina or Serena back here.
Oh, how is Serena? Did you call her from France?
No, actually, I stopped by before I went.
Is she doing okay?
She misses being home here. Well, I got some great snapshots, though. Look, her with Christina. You know,
gosh,
Christina
look
in
at
her
how
lap.
big Christina is. Oh, and Serena is so proud to be holding her.
I know, but Lucy should be holding Christina. It's very important right now. Christina is getting big. She should have her mother around.
Please let me see my son.
I kept him from you for 9 years. No problem keeping him from you for the rest of your life.
No, no.
Tell you something, the worst thing that Bordiso could do to me right now is to keep me away from my kids.
I feel the same way about my son.
Eve, you make it sound like you really think your son's alive.
Do you remember the very bad man we've been dealing with?
Mr. Bordiso?
Yes, the one we think broke into the firehouse?
And stole Dirty Kitty?
Yes. Well, listen, he's done a lot of bad things, even more. And that's why your dad thought it would be a really good idea for us to go out of town. And so we went to visit Aunt Charlene, and we were hoping while we were gone, maybe that bad man, Mr. Bordiso, would forget all about us.
And has he?
No, he hasn't.
Then you wouldn't be safe in the firehouse, so you're staying here, right?
You are the smartest cookie I know, exactly.
But why isn't Daddy staying here?
We came up with this plan to trick the bad man, Mr. Bordiso, and to do that, your daddy and me, well, we have to pretend that we're mad at each other, but we're not really mad at each other. We're just pretending. So I had to move out of the firehouse to make it look real and move in here.
Don't you miss being with Daddy?
I miss him more and more and more every day. But this is the only way we can come up with to maybe make that bad man stop being so bad.
Do I have to pretend to be mad at Daddy?
Oh, no, not ever, ever in your whole life. You don't have to do that at all, never.
Good, because I know I couldn't do it.
Okay, well, this is what I do need you to do.
What?
I need you to promise me that you won't tell anybody that we're just faking being mad at each other. I need you to pinky swear, and I need Aunt Charlene to swear to it, too.
What are we swearing?
To make sure you don't tell anybody that we're just pretending to be angry at each other, me and Scott.
Well, of course you're not.
Right. Okay, well, let's pinky swear, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so pinky swear. Good.
Now, Lucy, you have to swear that you're not mad at Aunt Charlene, because I told her to bring us here.
Oh, okay, listen. I am very, very glad she did, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Honey, why don't you go dig out that present that you made for you-know-who?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh. But wait a minute. After this, can I go and see if Daddy's home?
Oh, yes, you bet you can. Go ahead.
Okay.
Now, listen. You can holler at me all you want to. I know I should have checked with you and Scott before I brought the little ones here.
Oh, boy. Aunt Charlene, typical Co, aren't you? You just go full steam ahead and you forget about the consequences. Worry about the consequences later.
Well, honey, if you want me to take them back to the farm, I'll do it right now. I promise you I will.
I don't know. They'd be safer there, but if they aren't happy there...
Honey, they're never going to be happy unless they're with your mama and daddy.
You're right. Oh, boy, this is great. You know, now that you have brought them here, there is no way I could ever be separated from them again.
Did they send the report by snail mail?
Should be here any minute now.
Well, not that it really matters. They're never going to let me out of here.
Look, even if Dr. Davis says you're not competent yet, it doesn't matter. We can appeal, and we will, until we find someone who gives us the opportunity to clear your name.
Why do you even care anymore? I lied to you about Christina.
Julie, that's because you didn't think you could trust me. And yes, I'm sorry that I ever made you feel that way, but I certainly can't blame you for that. I mean, had they known that you'd secretly given birth to a child, they would have taken her away from you.
And then I lost her anyway.
But we're going to get her back, Julie. There's no way Scott and Lucy will ever be able to finalize this adoption.
You know, I have to admit, there is one thing that does puzzle me. When you planned your escape so that you could secretly have a baby, why did you turn to Chris?
Well, first of all, he was bribable.
Thank you.
Yeah, but you know what? A lot of people are.
But mostly, it was a lucky hunch that he'd be sympathetic. And he turned out to be a lot more. If Chris hadn't been there, Christina would have never made it.
Just doing my job. Because it was kind of a close call. But once Christina was safe, it felt like I was holding a little miracle in my hands.
So that experience, it brought you closer.
And so what? I mean, that only makes it worse being trapped in here, knowing that Chris and I could give my baby a loving home. I want to walk her at night when she cries. I want to be there when she takes her first steps. All the things I am missing now because my baby is living with someone else. Lucy will never love Christina the way I do. But it doesn't really matter. She'll get to raise my daughter, and I really will go nuts.
Oh, Julie, no. I will not let that happen. I promise you that.
Dr. Lott, I have that report you've been waiting for. Well?
In regard as to Julie Devlin's competency review, it was found that the patient was severely traumatized while being held captive, but understands that additional therapy will be necessary to cope with the trauma. I therefore conclude that providing she continues her therapy, she is no longer mentally incapacitated and is adequately competent to stand trial.
Yes. Oh, God, I owe you so much.
No, you don't.
Oh, no. No, Julie, you did this, hon. You did it all by yourself.
But you kept after me. You kept after me, even when I got so fed up that I turned on you and made you cry.
Well, I don't know, maybe helping you with your problems did help me as well. I don't have many friends. And I understand the patient is never supposed to think of her therapist as one of them, but I understand what you're trying to say, and I am so flattered. And what you and I and Chris were able to accomplish was nothing short of amazing. But I really do need to start making some arrangements to get this arraignment underway as soon as possible.
Nope.
Thank you.
Okay, now you gotta tell me the truth. What did you really say to Dr. Davis to win him over, huh?
Actually, I was just myself. Raw and emotional when I thought about Christina, and pretty shaky when Cooper's name came up.
Yeah, but that's good, isn't it? I mean, not that you had to relive the painful memories, but that you could.
You think so?
Absolutely. I'm really proud of you.
Now, isn't this the place where I'm supposed to say I could have never done it without you?
Well, you did say it to Rachel.
And you're feeling a little left out.
Yeah, a little.
You don't need any compliments from me. You have half the DL56 profits to keep you warm.
Come on. You know, while you were in here regaining your sanity, I was on the outside, you know, doing a little thinking of my own.
Like what kind of thinking?
Somewhere along the line, I realized that I had met a beautiful, intelligent, and very courageous woman. And without expecting to, I delivered her precious little girl. And suddenly there was this unfamiliar picture in my head of the three of us walking down the street. Just me and my two girls. And I was so proud to tell everyone who passed by that this is my family. That picture makes me very, very happy, Julie.
That picture makes me happy too, Chris.
Sorry, that was Lee. I was telling him about Lucy and I breaking up. I hate lying to Lee that way.
Yes, I know how you feel.
Listen, before I got that phone call, you were saying something that you think that your kid may still be alive.
Oh, that was dumb, right? That just shows you how frazzled I am. I guess I was just hoping that somehow he isn't dead.
Hey, what makes you think something like that, though?
What? You know DV. He's famous for keeping children away from their parents. That's exactly what he's doing with you and the girls. And that's maybe what he's done with me. Who's to say he hasn't?
Well, just don't let him get to you, Eve.
I try not to let him get to me, but it's real hard because he knows exactly what buttons to push.
Excuse me. Hey, what's going on?
Scott, I brought the children for a visit.
Come in, come in.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, come here, you. I missed you. I missed you a lot.
I can explain why we're here. Okay, let me explain first of all, okay?
Okay, but first things first, I missed both of you, too, here, and you as well.
Oh, I missed you, too.
Charlene?
Huh?
Daddy, guess what? Aunt Charlene says she's got a bug in her bonnet.
It's a bee, honey. And listen, I got the impression from your visit a couple of days ago that everything was sort of, coast was clear here in Port Charles. If I've jumped the gun, just tell me.
No, everything's all right. I missed you. I'm glad you're here, and we'll just, talk a few things over.
Good. Okay. You know what? I really want to catch up with Serena and find out how things went down on the farm, okay?
Yeah, girlfriend, I've got some cool stuff to show you.
All right, girlfriend. You must own the farm, right?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Eve.
I'm Lucy's Aunt Charlene.
All right, let's go.
Okay, come on.
Okay. If you want me to take the kids home, I'll do it right now.
No, it's okay. It's just we're all still in danger.
Wait a minute. You were supposed to go to France and get Victor's letters, and... Oh, my gosh, you didn't get the letters.
No, I didn't.
This is a collage, remember? I made you one before.
Oh, for me?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I love it. It's beautiful.
Look at that. You are quite a talented...
Is there something wrong?
No. No, not at all. No, this is fantastic. I gotta go, okay? Thank you. This is fantastic. I'll see you in a little bit.
Eve, you're just leaving like that?
Yeah, I have some patients that I have to see at the hospital, so...
Oh, it's nice to meet you.
You too.
Glad you liked the picture.
Serena, I love it so much, I can't think of anything you could give me that would mean more. All right, I'll see you guys.
I want you to be my wife.
I love you so much.
You've changed my life. Will you marry me?
Love is Alive on One Life to Live, ABC Daytime.
Everything's in motion. I just talked to the supervisor here at Ferncliff, and he's already received a call from the judge's clerk talking about setting up a date for arraignment. I can't believe this is really happening. I waited so long for this. Okay, well, look, we did manage to get over this hurdle. The bigger ones are yet to come. You mean like convincing 12 jurors that I didn't murder John Canellos? Piece of cake. Julie, I know that you're joking. But do you have any idea how high the stakes can really be? You can be found guilty of murder, which means that you could be spending some serious time in prison. I know how much I'm risking. But the reward is worth it. I can finally be with my husband, and together we can get back my little girl.
You know, you said that this Bordiso character was trying to make life miserable for you and your family. I think he's just about done that, hasn't he? You two pretending to be unhitched and your girl's living hundreds of miles away.
For right now, it seems like he's backed off a little, right?
Well, it's bought us a little bit of time, but, you know, his threats are the same. My family is never safe as long as he's around.
Well, I don't know. While the girls were with me, a tornado hit. Of course, it was one county over, but it could have been right on top of us. I mean, nobody's ever 100% safe.
And Charlene, this is not helping. You don't tell somebody that their children almost were sent to Oz by a tornado.
Well, I'm telling you something. The only way to keep little ones from being hurt ever is to lock them up in a storm cellar. Now, do you guys want to do that?
Of course not. Those little girls need trees and Mother Nature and fresh air and a place to call home.
And where's the best place for them to find that? With their family. I'm telling you something. While I was watching the girls, do you know that Serena would sometimes cry herself to sleep? She was that homesick.
So in other words, no matter where they are, they're never going to be safe.
The only difference is that
they need their family around in case things happen like that you can calm them down and make them feel like they're safe.
Scott, they do need their family, yeah.
Yes, they do. They need their parents. They're going to stay right here in Port Charles. That's it. I've made up my mind they're going to stay here. But we're going to keep up this, you know, breakup thing that we're doing.
No, I can't. We just call it. I wish we could just call it off.
No, we have to do it, Lucy. It's not our decision alone. We got to think about Eve. She's got to find out if her kid is still alive.
I know that, and I'd like to help her, but this means now I have to go back to the Port Charles Hotel all by myself. Unless, you know, maybe it'd be okay if I just kept Christina with me.
I don't think that's what Aunt Charlene meant when she said found the family, you know?
I know, but I need her. And also, the girls are close, and they've gotten really close, just like sisters, and I hate separating them. But listen, give us an excuse to visit all the time.
We gotta find those letters that Victor sent to Kevin.
If only we can.
I knew it. I knew that first collage had stamps on it. Yes. All right. France, 1997.
Oh, my God. Serena's the one who took Victor's letters.
Hey, maybe we can call him a little bit later.
Yeah, we can do that. You know what? Let's think it's like Canada. Remember Canada? It was just me and you. You were my little sidekick, like the old days.
I remember that. And you know what? I think I can deal with that. And going back to school. And being with my friends, too.
I know you're anxious to get back to school and back to your life, but, you know, things just gonna have to be a little different for a while.
Different? How?
You're gonna have your own private tutor.
Yuck!
No,
it'll be with my friends.
But it'll be good. Tutors can be fun. I'll get you a nice, funny tutor. It'll be a good time.
It's a ripoff.
I know. It stinks. It does. It's Bordizzo, you know. This guy has done this. He's turned our lives upside down, but it's gonna change. I'm gonna make it better.
Okay, Kimosabi.
I've missed the breakfasts. I miss singing to ya. I miss the baths. I miss so much, especially the shopping. The shopping. I miss the shopping. Give me that. Give me that. Well, yes, they know us at Wyndham's very, very well. Of course. Okay.
Well, you know, she liked the farm, but she sure missed her mama, I can tell you that.
Oh, Aunt Charlene, it's good to see. Some things never change.
What?
What?
Oh, you don't mind, do you?
No, not at all.
Oh, you used to work yourself into a mortified tizzy when I collected my souvenirs.
Well,
You'd have thought I was walking around in my polka dotted undies.
I think that because of many reasons, I've evolved for the better, I hope.
I'll tell you something. You haven't changed as much as you think you have, Missy.
Good morning.
Why don't you just take out an ad?
Pardon me.
Lambert, AIDS, Bordizzo, in quest for missing letters. If you keep showing up at my doorstep, people are going to start getting suspicious.
Evie, I'm shocked you have so little confidence in me. You know I'm better than that.
Are you going to stand around all day and pat yourself on the back, or are you going to tell me why you're really here?
I'm here for the letters Victor Collins sent from
If I
France.
had the letters, I would have given them to you.
What about Kevin? Hey?
I am working on that.
Work faster.
Hey, you know what? Why are those letters so important?
This is none of your business.
Well, it's certainly not about the vendetta you have against Scott. So what's it really all about, DV?
Speaking of Scott, not a smart move is bringing the children back to town.
Oh, no, you don't. Don't you dare use Scott's kids or my son as tools of manipulation. It is despicable.
They're in your hands.
What the hell is that supposed to mean, huh?
That means that when I get the letters, not only will you see your son, but no harm will come to the Baldwin children or anyone else you care about.
I will see my son, and you will leave those kids alone?
In exchange for the letters.
Here. That's where we
The
left.
Milky Way is a galaxy composed of innumerable, right?
Innumerable. Just sound it out, see? Innumerable. Do they have doorbells at school?
No, they don't.
Stay right there, all right?
Okay.
Hold your place there.
Got it.
Hey, Eve. Hey, look who's here. Twice.
Hey.
2 days.
Hey, girlfriend.
Hi, girlfriend.
Why did you leave so fast last night?
I had important doctor stuff. How are you? How's my favorite girl?
Peachy. I just found out I got a new private tutor.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Lucky her, huh?
cool. You know, you should take advantage of that because it's really cool to have a teacher all to yourself.
Hey, Serena, why don't you go in the kitchen, whip us up some fish sticks or something like that. Take your book in there and also find 10 words that you can't say and then sound them out.
Be back in 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Fast fistics. Come here.
Hey.
Is everything all right? What's up?
Look, I know you're taking every precaution with Christina and Serena, but I thought I should warn you anyway. DV came to see me, and he knows the girls are in town.
What exactly did he say?
Well, nothing exactly, just that he didn't think it was very smart of you to bring them back.
Well, for once, we agree on something, but what am I supposed to do? Bounce these kids all over the country for crying out loud?
I know, but listen, don't worry, okay? I don't think he's going to be making any moves soon.
Well, what makes you so sure of that?
I know DV, as much as I hate to admit it, very well, and I think that he was just trying to manipulate me. You know, and if I had sensed anything specific he had in mind, I would have known it.
Why did he come see you in the first place?
To rub my nose in the fact that Kevin and I have broken up. And I'm sure that he knew that if he told me that he knew the girls were back in town, that I would tell you, and he's just trying to rattle you also.
Yeah, well, speaking of rattle, he's like a snake. I'm telling you, he's up to something. He's up to something.
You're supposed to go to sleep, but you're not ready at all. But let's try, okay? You need a little rest. Here you go. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Whee! There you go, Snoopy. There you go. Oh, Aunt Charlene, thanks. Please, sit down. Please.
Don't mind if I do.
Okay, good. Now listen, I need to ask you something. What you said a little bit earlier about you not thinking that I've changed, well, you know what, I think I have. I mean, I remember that you used to always tell me my eyes were so full of that brass ring that I didn't know my hands were already full. Well, now I know. My hands are wonderfully full.
Well, you're a big businesswoman. You got your own company now. Wonderful fiancé, 2 beautiful daughters.
Well, there you go. I have changed big time.
And I still remember my little 10-year-old Lucy. Used to polish her penny loafers every night so they'd be nice for school.
You knew that?
Oh, honey, I knew most everything. You just wanted people's approval, their love. You still do. You want the people that you love to love you back. Oh, Lucy, girl, you got a big heart.
You really think that, even though I never really showed it to you?
I knew you loved me. And you knew that I loved you.
But I need to set the record straight now. Listen, I did love you, and I knew you loved me. It's just I was surviving, so I wasn't quite sure how to go about all that. But I know it now because of my own 2 beautiful daughters. Do you know, they're not mine biologically, just kind of like you and me, but I love them more than anything in this world, and I couldn't love them more even if they were my own flesh and blood.
You're a wonderful mother. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you. And now you need to promise me something.
Anything.
You cannot tell a living soul on this planet that I ever wore ugly old loafers.
You were born in high heels.
I'll get it.
Well, hello.
Well, hello yourself. Look, I know who you are, and you've got no business here.
Aunt Charlene, it's okay. Listen, why don't you go, take the baby out of the room. Thank you. Look, she's absolutely right. You don't have any business here, and I don't want to listen to anything you have to say.
Before you throw me out, I heard that you dumped Scott, and I just wanted to make sure you were all right.
Uh-huh. Well, I would actually rather be caught dead in penny loafers than listen to anything you have to say.
My concern is real. Not believing me is your choice. At any rate, I'm here at the hotel if you need me.
You are the last person I would ever call if I was in trouble. Remember, I was sick and I needed your help, and you didn't exactly give it. So that's not a mistake I choose to make again.
Scott's out of the picture now, so you're free to admit the truth. What we had was real.
There never was and never will be anything between the 2 of us. You do not have 1 decent ounce of anything good in your body. I wish Scott had killed you at that cabin. He'd been doing the world a favor. Now, please, get out of here and leave me alone.
If you don't want this very heavy purse cracked up against your very pointy head, you'll remove your carcass from this doorway.
You misunderstand me.
Oh, well, misunderstand this.
Look, regardless how you feel now, I'm hopeful that we'll be friends someday. At any rate, as I said, I'm only a few floors up if you need me.
I need you to stay away from me and from my family.
Oh, honey, I brought these kids back right into danger. If you want me to take them back to the farm, I'll do it. I'll do it tonight.
No, Aunt Charlene, you can't do that because obviously he'd know where they were. They'd be with you.
Honey, you gotta get out of this hotel. I don't want you anywhere near that man.
Aunt Charlene, do you remember when all those kids used to make so much fun of me because I didn't have a mother and a father?
Yeah.
Do you remember what you used to say to me always?
Yeah.
Okay, you remember. It was, we coes, we hold our head up, and we never walk away from a fight. Well, I am tired of this. Do you know, that is a very, very dangerous man, but I am sick and tired of running every time he says boo. So it's time that we taught old Mr. Pointyhead a lesson.
Oh, honey, you've got that. Oh, Lucy's got a brilliant idea. Look, am I right or am I right?
You're so right. It is time for Mr. David Bordiso to receive his eviction notice.
Do the Quartermains still own this hotel?
Yes, they most certainly do.
Oh. Well, Edward always did have a soft spot for me, and you too, of course.
Yeah, of course. I can't believe I didn't think of this sooner. We are going to take Mr. David Bordiso and kick him right out of this hotel on his big fat pointy head.
Listen, take your time. I will make sure that Serena is safe.
Okay, good. Well, thanks. Serena!
I just sounded out 8 Leviathan words.
Well, that's good. So, you're gonna get a little break now because you've been working so hard. You're gonna hang out with Eve, and when I come back, we'll pick up where we left off with your reading.
All right, recess.
Yeah, recess, my favorite subject.
Okay, so you two behave while I'm gone. Not too much chocolate.
Boy, it has been way too long since I babysat for you.
Yeah. Hey, you want to do what we always do?
Concentration?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey. Better be on your toes. Got it real good since we played last time.
Okay.
Real good for me.
Hey, Serena, do you remember this?
Yeah, I made that for you, plus another one.
Yes, and I love them both. They're fantastic. You know, I was wondering, though, do you remember where you got some of the things you made this collage with?
Yeah, most of them.
Okay. What about these beautiful French stamps?
I don't remember.
Well, are you sure, Serena? Because I really would like to know.
Why? Am I in trouble?
Why would you think you're in trouble?
Because I took it from something that didn't belong to me. Letters I found at Kevin's house.
So you cut the stamps off of the old envelopes?
I know I shouldn't have done it, but they were so pretty.
It's okay. Listen, you're not in trouble for cutting the stamps off the envelopes. Hey, so what'd you do with the letters and the envelopes?
I hid them in a crack in the living room closet.
Okay. Listen, you are not in trouble, okay?
Daddy always says to not mess with stuff that doesn't belong to me.
I promise I will not tell a soul, okay? So come here. Don't you worry your pretty little head about it. Everything's gonna be fine.
So, what's going on?
I need you to give Lucy a message.
Sure.
Okay. And Bordiso paid Eve a visit, threw some threats at her.
What kind of threats?
I don't know. I think he just wanted to rattle her a little bit. He also let her know that he knows that Christine and Serena are back in town.
Well, that fits his profile.
So that's why I want you to get to Lucy, tell her to get out of that hotel. I'd do it myself, but we got to keep this phony fight going, and just tell her to be careful till I find a secure place.
I'll give her the message.
Okay.
But I also need some more information on Bordiso's visit with Eve. That's the second time he paid her a visit.
Yeah, he is awfully curious about Eve all of a sudden.
I think it's opportunity. He figures she's vulnerable because of our breakup.
I don't know. I think there might be a little more to it than that. I think something might be a little fishy.
Are
Are you saying that Eve's keeping secrets from us?
It's not the first time that Eve's kept something from us.
Isn't this like deja vu? It's not the first time that you'll decide to badger Eve because you and Lucy think she's keeping secrets.
Will you just give Lucy the message for me?
Yes, I'll give her the message. I can't think of a reason not to.
Okay, thanks.
Why do you think that Eve's lying?
I didn't say she was lying. See ya. Where's my prized little student?
She's upstairs taking a nap. She's still pretty wiped out from that trip.
Well, thanks for looking after her.
No problem. So, how's Kevin?
He's okay. He's agreed to talk to Lucy.
That's good. You know, they're good friends.
Hey, Eve, do you think we're like friends, right?
Sure, yeah.
Oh, good, because, you know, I would be really upset if I thought that for some reason or another you didn't trust me.
I trust you.
Good. You know, sometimes you can tell a friend things that you necessarily don't want to tell someone you're sleeping with.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, what's with the warm, fuzzy Scott here?
But you know that I'm here. Okay?
Thanks. Good. I gotta go, okay?
If Bordizzo contacts you again, you let me know.
I will.
Hey, what are you running off for? Why don't we go in the kitchen and have some sundaes or something?
No, I can't. I really do have to go. But, thanks for thinking of me as a friend. I hope you always will.
Of course.
Did you decide to kick DV out on his bottom?
Well, no, Aunt Charlene, I have changed my mind.
Why?
Well, because the mean, spiteful self inside would love to do it. I would love to see that pointy head bouncing right out of the hotel. But the logical side of me tells me I can't do it. I cannot antagonize that man while Christina's here with me.
You feel about Christina just the way I feel about you, honey. I would do anything to protect you.
Thank you, Aunt Charlene. Alas, however, I have come up with another idea.
Uh-oh. Oh, wait a minute. I'll take care of this
Okay,
creep. No,
thanks.
watch this. Butt out, bub.
You must be Aunt Charlene.
Oh, I know that voice.
Oh, it's Kevin. Come here. Let me give you a great big hug. Oh, how wonderful.
Oh, nice to finally meet you, too.
Doc, so what's going on? Is everything okay?
Yeah, actually, I'm here to deliver a message from Scott. Apparently, DV's making threats again, so he wants you to be extra careful.
Yeah, I know. I had my own little visit from DV, so I have come up with a plan.
Move out of the hotel.
Yes, exactly. Aunt Charlene and myself and Christina and Sigmund, of course, we're going to move in the lighthouse.
Don't you think that's a little drastic?
No, the lighthouse is much safer than the hotel, and besides, it'll make our roost that we're doing that much better.
Well, it could be, you know, uncomfortable.
Well, wait a
considering
minute. This was your idea for Scott and me to break up, right? So don't you want to go the distance, follow it through, see it to the end?
Of course I do,
Well,
but
then good. Fine. Then it's settled. Kevin and Lucy are moving back in together tonight.
I don't know what I would have done without you.
You never have to find out.